Welcome in, Capricorn, to Don Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Capricorn. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not all messages may resonate. So if you're interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on with you and your life, my information is in the description box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to get my availability and my pricing. Okay. So today's reading is going to be for the month of June. This is an overview for the month of June. What I plan to do is I am going to pull a message from the universe. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you. And while I'm reading your actual Celtic cross cards, I take myself off video so we can concentrate on your cards. And then at the end, I put myself back on video. And then I'm going to give you your last 5 main themes with the Tea Leaf Tarot. Okay. Those messages typically will solidify some of the messages that you may have already received. But additionally, there are different additional messages for you from Spirit. So you may want to stay to the end to get those messages as well. They seem to really tie up the reading very beautifully. For those of you who are new to my channel and have not been here before, you may want to consider subscribing, as I am now starting to do live readings on YouTube only at this time, where I pick certain evenings and certain daytime times to go live. And basically what it is, it's an invite for you to come in and to ask your questions. Maybe it's a situation where you only have like one question that you need to be, that you want answers on. You don't want a full-blown reading. And this is your opportunity to do that, okay? And the other thing is it just gives you ideas as to when more content has been dropped. So I'd absolutely love it if you would like to join our family here. For those of you returning, thank you so much for finding your way back. I would absolutely love it if at this time you wouldn't mind just going ahead and clicking that like button. It really does help me as a content creator get my message out. So I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start your reading. We're going to start with messages from the universe, and your message reads, every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. When life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. Great message. Okay, and I've already shuffled all your cards. So I'm going to go ahead and take myself off you while I do this portion of your reading. Okay, so we start off with the King of Swords. King of Swords represents Capricorn, so you're showing up very strongly in your reading here. Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups. Oh, the Lovers in your base. Very nice. Queen of Pentacles. So again, Pentacles represents Capricorn energy. And then we have the 6 of Cups, the Hanged Man, 7 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so far it's looking really good. So we start off with what's in the very center. So this is the main focus of your reading, is you. King of Swords. My King of Swords. Now, the swords are all representative of the way that we think, the way that we express, the way that we communicate with our thoughts, our words. And this king is he's quite communicative, but he's also the type of an individual who really likes to understand the whys of things. They want to understand, how you came up with solutions, how you came up with the ideas that you did. They're very communicative. They really like to talk. They really like to understand things. Now, this king has a lot of experience, And this king is also a very clear communicator. You know exactly where you stand with this king. He's also one of experience. So it's a situation where it seems as though you're contemplating a lot of things in your life right now. And it feels as though this individual, you might be looking for some level of knowledge or trying to gain knowledge. This could also represent that this may be a mentor coming in for you or someone that you may be hiring to help do tasks or chores. Typically, when I see kings, especially the King of Swords, I always associate them with like accountants or people that are kind of the brainiacs, right? That really like to get into the weeds and the details of things like spreadsheets and, balancing stuff and those kinds of things. So this could either represent you and your energy at this time. It doesn't necessarily have to represent a masculine energy, although it could represent a person, or it just could represent the energy that this king is representing for you at this time. But as a Capricorn, this is definitely your energy right now. It is representing that Capricorn energy. So you're showing up quite strongly in your reading. And then what's crossing over you? So this is either helping or hindering you. And this Ace of Wands, is about a new opportunity coming in. And the Ace of Wands represents the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, the fire energies coming in. As you can see, it is a gift from the hand of God. So whatever this gift is, it's going to bring in a lot of creativity and inspiration for you. Now, for those of you who are thinking about creating new businesses, or you're creating a new product line, or you're thinking of different ways of expanding your resources or your contributions, right, to humanity. I feel as though whatever this is coming in, this opportunity will be coming in, and then you're going to have to take some kind of action. Again, Wands energy are the action type of energies for the tarot. So I feel as though whatever it is, these are going to bring in inspiration, and this is going to bring in something that's going to allow you to expand. But again, you're going to have to take action, and this is in the very center of your reading. Now, what are your thoughts? Your thoughts are about celebrations. This right here is the harvest. They're celebrating the harvest. So it feels as though some of you may be stepping into some milestones or some accolades, or perhaps you're just celebrating summer, right? We are very close to that summer solstice that's coming up in the month of June. I feel as though there's celebrations coming for you this month, Capricorn. It could be graduations, it could be baby births, it could just be celebrating you and celebrating friendship. It doesn't even have to be a big ticket item, although it could be, right? It could be any number of things. Maybe you win a contest of some kind and you're celebrating that, or some kind of a milestone for you. It also feels as though, for me, threes are typically about creativity. And in this case, you can see that they're celebrating. So it feels as though whatever it is, there's a lot of happiness, joy, and good things coming in for you to recognize and enjoy. Now, what is your foundation, and what's supporting you is the Lover's card. Now, this could represent that new love is coming in for some of you. I would say absolutely that, you're going into a time of where you might be making those deeper connections. The Lovers is an energy, the energy of the card of the Lovers is bringing kind of two energies together. It's like duality. It is overseen by this angel here. It does feel as though this could be a soulmate type of an energy coming in for you, or a new relationship that is going to really be satisfying and loving. The other thing about the Lovers is that this is also a card for those of you who are not looking for love. This could also be representing partnerships, or people that you might be working with within your organization that you're working very closely with, and you get along, you align, you both have the same ideals, you both have the same goals, and you're moving in the same direction together. And then the other thing this also represents for some of you is the need to work on boundaries, creating healthy boundaries for yourself. Capricorn, you are an earth sign, and I am an earth sign as well. And a lot of times what we do is we give and we give and we give, and we never say no, right? So I feel as though healthy boundaries should be put into place. And as difficult as it may be for you to implement them and keep strong in them, I do feel as though this is your opportunity to really start really sticking up for yourself and, looking out for your higher self, right? This could also represent connecting more succinct with more with more passion and with more um oh an expansion with your higher self, right? Working through that energy for yourself as well. But again, I do feel as though there is a possibility of love coming in. So that is a potential for those of you who are looking for love. Now, what is in your past is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this queen also represents Capricorn energy. She is all about patience and understanding, but she's also quite nurturing. She's a giver. She's quite, she knows how to create the things in her life that she wants to create. She is also one who will build her own physical security. She's quite, the energy of her is that she is quite healthy and healed within herself. She knows how to make her own money. She knows how to create her own home life. She knows how to create that physical security for herself. It isn't that she doesn't need another partner, right? But at the same time, she is a completely whole individual where she has that ability to be able to give it to a partnership. She's also our queen that knows how to really utilize her resources. She's quite abundant. She focuses on those things that bring her physical security, and she also focuses on her health. So this is our very healthy queen as well. So some of you may be really working through a lot of that energy for yourself, building your wealth, building your careers, building your sanctuary space, right? Okay, I need a drink. Okay, so in your very near future, we have the Six of Cups. For me, this card is all about nostalgia. You might be running into people in your past, people that maybe old friends or old exes or whatever may be surfacing at this time. You might be running into them for whatever reason. But this is also an opportunity for you to really look at, this individual is handing this individual this big cup that has all these flowers in it. So it feels as though there's this energy of giving and this energy of being quite expressive, right? Because the cups have to do with our relationships and has to do with our emotions. So it feels as though this little guy here is giving this beautiful cup full of flowers to this other individual here. Now, to me, these look like children. We do have a guard here. So they're in this protective space so that they can play, they can roam, they can grow, they can, be creative, they can be children. And what I'm picking up here is for you, Capricorn, is don't forget your inner child. It feels as though you need to do a little bit more playtime, that you need to find things that bring out that child fun expression of yourself. And this is in the very near future for you. So I feel as though you're going to be looking back and you're going to be looking at like games and different things that you used to do as a child that used to be so much fun, like kick the can or whatever it was that you would do with your neighbors, right? Your neighborhood uh, group of people. And then also what this is also representing is some of us might be looking at our past because we're looking at how difficult things are in our present. And we're looking for things that are comforting for us. So I feel like this is a card of comfort. Do those things that bring comfort to you. Buy yourself some flowers if you don't have someone in your life to buy them for you. I feel that when you bring nature into your home, or if you're a person that doesn't really like the idea of flowers because they die, then buy a plant, something that brings nature into your home. And the thing about, the plants inside your house, I've got them all over. Of course I would, because I'm a Taurus, and I love nature. Is that it really does change the energy in your home, and it can really uplift and help bring more positivity towards you. Okay, so as we're going to move up the ladder here, the inner portion of your reading looks really good. I don't see anything here at all that you should be nervous about. The Hanged Man is definitely an energy of feeling as though there is a slight delay coming in for you. Now, this slight delay could be a situation where if you have been interviewing for a role or a job, it could be a thing where you're having to wait to hear back in terms of that. The other thing about the Hanged Man is about distractions, and it is about creative thinking. The other thing about him is that this is also kind of a self-sacrificing kind of card. He put himself here on this tree of life. And this is a major arcana. So regardless of what is going on in your life, this delay is coming at you regardless, because it's completely out of your hands. So you just have to allow yourself this time to go inside and reflect. Because if you look at him, he's got this halo, this awakening, this an epiphany that is coming to him. And I feel as though the delay is allowing him to look at things in a deeper way. If things were just going to flow in his life, I feel as though there are some little intricacies that may be missed. So I feel as though this delay is coming in for a reason, and it's going to be different for all of you, as this is a general reading. But with your closest relationships, I feel as though you are really starting to stand in your sovereignty. You are starting to defend your position about things. Now, if you've been one of the people that have been awake and you have been following like the truther movement and all of that, you or if you have really been aware of all the stuff that's really going on the planet, you may have been feeling as though you've been having to defend yourself for quite a long time. And I feel as though if that is the case for those of you who have been in the truther community, it feels as though what this is really saying is you're really discerning between your sovereignty, what is what is your right as a human, what's your right as a person, especially depending on where you live. If you live in the US, it feels as though so many more of our rights are being taken away. They're really trying to censor us now. They're really trying to keep our voices low. They don't want a lot of the truth to come out, but I feel as though it's coming out anyway. And I feel like we need this truth to come out because this allows us to heal. So in this situation, I feel as though you're going to be standing up for yourself. You are going to be speaking up for yourself as well. Now, this doesn't have to be a situation where it is a difficult dialogue. It just could be a thing where you just are learning to say, no, I'm not going to do that. And for some people, that is a really big step, especially when we have a tendency to want to give and give and give because that's just our generous nature. At the same time, You don't want to give and give and give, and then you be completely depleted. So again, this is that energy of recognizing your boundaries, right? Setting up those boundaries so that you can step into your sovereignty and you can say, I am in agreement with this and I'm willing to help, right? But I am not willing to compromise. Your next card in this reading is the Three of Pentacles. Now, to me, this is my teamwork card. Now, this one is the Three of Cups, which is all about celebrations. And this right here is also a card of celebrations in a way. And what I mean by that is it is one of those situations where teamwork makes the dream work. This is a situation where you come together as a collaborative, which is exactly what we're moving our energies into as we are ascending here on planet Earth, moving from 3D to 4D to 5D, all of those things. And it feels as though what is happening here is you're being recognized for your skills. You're being recognized for the skill set that you bring, that you are one of those individuals that has a lot of different capabilities, and you have a lot of gifts that you bring forward, especially in your job space. Because you know the pentacles do represent our physical security. So for those of you who are um, entrepreneurs, or you are a consultant, or you work from your home, I feel as though you are busy. I feel as though you will continue to be busy, that things will continue to line up for you, that you will always have work because you come from this place of integrity. You come from understanding what it is that your client base wants from you, and you deliver those, you deliver with everything that you do. Now, your final outcome, I love this for you here, Capricorn, because this right here is the Wheel of Fortune. And so if you have been feeling as though things have been down, or that things have not been going your way, that's all going to change. It feels as though the Wheel of Fortune is about karma and destiny. And it feels as though whatever you have been putting out there in terms of karma, meaning if you've been putting out good things, if you've been helping others, all of that's going to be returned to you, and it's going to come in really big, and you're going to feel really uplifted. This is my card of a lucky break. The beautiful place about being in or having this card is when you're in the very center of the wheel, because that means everything is coming to you and you're allowed to continue your progression. You're allowed to move. You're allowed to evolve. The other thing about this is new opportunities are going to come in, and those opportunities are going to be one coming from the divine, meaning you're being recognized from above in terms of the benefits and the beauty that you will be creating for yourself. So your abundance is going to overflow. This is a beautiful card. And I'm sorry if you hear noise outside my door, but my trash guy is coming to pick up the trash. Is in this Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is really about evolving and new opportunities. And these are about improvements, or, being made in your life. And then the last thing that I want to say is, because it is a major arcana, when this energy kicks in, get ready, because you are going to soar. You're going to soar. It's really going to change your life in a really positive way. Overall, everything looks really good here. I actually really love your reading. This is a beautiful reading for June. So it looks like you're going to have a lot of prosperity. You're going to have a lot of nostalgia. You're going to have celebrations. You're going to have continued work. You're going to be defining your boundaries. Some of you are going to be stepping into a new love situation. It looks really, really good. Okay, so I'm bringing myself back online here, and I'm going to pull your last 5 cards. If you've made it this far and you have not already done so, please click the like button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, your first card is Casket. Someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. Now, it's for me, what this represents is whatever leaves your life is meant to leave your life. You've learned what lessons you needed to learn. And so if a situation is leaving or a person is leaving, let them go with love, let them go with light, let them go and allow them to prosper. Send them off on in the most positive way that you can, okay? Because better things are coming. I always look at it, it's like, okay, if this is moving out, it's because doors are opening for me for greater things. And that's the way you should look at it too. A wreath, sorrow over a loss. So this could tie into many different things. Doesn't necessarily need to be the loss of an individual, but it could. And it's going to represent something for all of you. But whatever that is, allow yourself to feel those feelings. You don't want to stuff. You don't want to stuff your feelings. If you feel like you need to cry, you need to mourn, you need to do whatever, give yourself permission to do that, because stuffing your feelings causes disease in the body. Now, I was a massage therapist for 11 years, and I saw where people were holding on to their old stuff. And part of what I was doing in those sessions was helping them heal those old wounds, right? So it's that same thing. Whatever it is that you're losing or you feel as though you're losing, recognize that those situations and people came into your life for a reason to teach you something, right? Okay, frying pan, trouble or accusations. I'm just looking at, there's a big old hunk of meat in there and I'm hungry. I don't know what this is associated with, and it's only going to, whatever it may be, just, everything else is so positive that I just don't feel like that is really something that you should really worry about too much. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. So yes, yay. That would be that lovers. And then the lion is telling you it's time to act. So when I look at, looking at this whole situation here, it feels as though, there's always going to be energies of loss of some kind, but there's also going to be beautiful energies of new things coming in. So keep those things in mind as you're looking at this energy. But like this card says, every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember that that won't last forever and better days are on the way. So this was a perfect ending to this reading. I hope you found some messages here that resonated with you. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end of this reading. I appreciate all of you deeply, sending you all love, light, if you are willing to accept it. And until next time, enjoy your month of June. Cheers.